Hello, fabulous Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of July 2014. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. I do think that for a lot of you out there this month, and especially once we get you to the very end of the month, there is just a huge exhale taking place. It's like a huge relief and release is taking place. And that's going to be largely because there is going to be a shift in focus and energy and what is calling your attention to it, specifically where it comes to finances, what's coming in and what is going out. And so what I do really like about this month for you is that Mars, after hanging out in a part of the sky for you that has to do with making money, yes, but also spending money as well. And when Mars spends such an unusually long time in this part of the sky, it does tend to suggest that it isn't just that you're making money. There is certainly a need identified and a drive identified as well. But there tend to be expenses that match that. And so in the end, of course, you're made better, you're made stronger, you're more empowered. But from a financial perspective, in the big picture, yes, you do end up with greater prosperity, because you gain such valuable information that you use in so many different ways. However, in the immediacy, sometimes it can feel like you're just kind of balancing out instead of really making some breakthroughs or really making some leaps forward. And that's why I do think that this month is going to work out very, very well for you. So what we have taking place is Mars at the very end of the month, leaving the financial part of your sky. Now, this is going to come as a shift in energy, a shift in focus, where all of a sudden all the money concerns, worries, busyness, if you will, having to do with finances calms right down. And you should notice that by month's end. And what certainly helps is the new moon that is taking place in the late part of the month as well. And so this particular new moon is happening right next to the planet Jupiter and is going to sort of kick off that energy of this coming year and where your greatest blessings are going to be. And so I would suggest that you watch the Jupiter special for your sign, because that's going to help you tremendously to understand the energy that's really going to kick into high gear for you as we get to the end of the month. But one thing I can say is that you add this sort of calming of your financial picture with the fact that there is an increase of faith and also an element here really of magic. And this particular new moon is taking place and Jupiter is going to be hanging out in a place in the sky that has to do with karma. It has to do with the things that you've already done. It has to do with reaping. It's sort of the final place where you will either let go to create space so the more fabulous can come in, or it represents the space where you are going to be asked to trust that the universe has great things planned for you and allow them to come forward. It's about you getting out of the way as opposed to really doing. And considering that since the start of the year, actually the very late days of 2013, there's been such a push towards doing where it comes to your finances. This shift in approach may take you a little bit surprised at first, may make you a little surprised at first, but I do think that very quickly you will find your groove in that. And also, with this part of the sky really being lit up, it does suggest to me that you are set to have some key conversations that are going to be a part of you understanding now where it is ultimately that you want to go, what you want to give your attention to. But a lot of it is going to be driven by sort of messages that you receive and the good things that people are saying about you without your knowledge necessarily. And so while there's an active principle, connecting with people, conversation, which is the Mars energy taking place, you've also got this new moon taking place in the sign just before yours, suggesting a need to understand that there are some things that have their own time and that the best things have a way of falling right into place. No matter how challenging the first part of the month seems, and especially no matter how challenging it has seemed in your financial picture for this first part of the year, this is really going to be a very welcome relief, that things really can change very much to your liking if you trust that they can. Thank you for watching. It'll be a great month. Be fabulous and enjoy.